Hey there everybody, Scotia here with some interesting news for Street Fighter 6, and I know it's been a bit barren in terms of news for the game lately, pretty much since the beta ended at the start of October. We finally got some new news though, this time courtesy of the PC hackers or modders or whatever you want to call them. Basically the people who have managed to get their hands on the PC beta client and have just, hacked it wide open and are now playing it freely and modding it and doing all sorts. And while they've all been doing that, others have been evidently data mining it, as we've now got a collection of new voice samples uploaded online, and that's basically what most of this video is going to be, is just me just playing the voice clips, because there's a few of them and some of them are a couple minutes long. And then after that I'm just going to, go over the most interesting things, because one or two of them are very interesting and, there's stuff to discern there that we can kind of like guess or maybe, have an idea or theorize about what they mean. So yeah, I'm just going to play the clips now and then we're going to go over them.
You need to approach your opponent and strike. What's wrong? Not bad. Just one more. That's it. That was a good fight. Keep going. Huh? This could be good practice. This shouldn't be difficult. Get ready. Need a hand? This isn't like you. Keep the pressure on. Fantastic. This looks to be the last one. Show me how much you've improved. You ready? Then fight. Don't give up. That's it for me. Your opponent's not bad. Your opponent's also in bad shape. This is a test of willpower. Stay calm and focus. You can still win. What's wrong? Engage your opponent. This fight isn't over yet. Superb. Don't flinch. Stand up. You have a whole group on your hands. That was a bitter lesson, but you can't give up. Your opponent is wavering. I leave the rest to you. A tough opponent will only make you stronger. Keep it up and don't falter. You've shown me how much you've grown. Good. Right now, you must also learn to lose. Let me enjoy this. Okay, finish it. Keep at it. Don't get sloppy. You're doing well. You did well. Very good work. Now, let's go. I know you can do it. This will make you stronger. Stand firm. That was good. Brace yourself. I'm here to help. Farewell.
Later, loser. Do it again. You really this useless? Let me get my kicks in. You still alive? Watch how a professional does it. You're good. No one likes to show off. Keep fighting, idiot. I'll whip you into shape, literally. I want to see more. Now you're not half bad. Don't let your prey escape. This is boring. Show me how you finish him. Get up. The hell are you doing? You like getting beat up or something? Woo! Hey! Keep this up. You lost? How lame. That was good. I'm out. I guess this is all my toy is worth. Bye-bye. Whole bunch of geeks here. So good. Don't be dumb. Keep fighting. Don't get too excited now. You sleeping over there? You got spunk. Easy. The other guy's not bad. Do it. Come on. Give him some payback. This should be good. Better not lose this one. Finish the job. Don't be stupid now. Who said you could call me? Nice. Last one. You giving up on me? They look way better than you. You geek. Fight back. They're feeling it too. Lucky. Show me what you're made of. Juri is here to play. Don't make me look bad. You gonna start fighting now? Did that hurt?
Fine technique. Good fight there. The fight starts now. You can do this. Don't give up. Don't let your guard down. Time to put your training to the test. See ya. Yes, final enemy. Huh, fancy that. You're still in this fight. They look strong. Good work, soldier. I'll be on call. This'll be a good warm-up. That hurt? We'll hurt him back. Don't go down. Putting in the work, I see. Stand up, soldier. Reinforcements are here. They're coming with their numbers. I leave the rest to you. One target left. They're not fooling around. Keep up the assault. That's the way. Over and out. Finish the job. We still have enemies here. Don't lose your cool. A suitable opponent. Good. Bravo, Zulu. Don't get impatient. Remember your training. It's not over. Finish the mission. I'm here. Good fight. Just like that. Let a pro help you out. Show me how a pro takes care of business. You've gotten better. You've got the advantage. What are you doing? Get in there and fight. Let's flank them. I won't forget that. Never give up, soldier. What's wrong? Is that all you got? Lose the battle. Win the war. Don't get nervous. Start fighting. Hold out. Not bad. All right. They're hurting too. Keep it up. Even a small mistake can be costly.
A new generation. Huh.
The legend himself, huh? This is gonna be something.
Show me what you've got.
Oh man, am I too good at this? You gonna let me steamroll you? Hey, come on! You've still got more left in the tank, right? Ryu, I hope you're getting this message loud and clear.
Stick with teaching Kung Fu to brats! It suits you way better!
What's gotten you so angry in the first place? I'll have to bring you in. I don't suppose you'll come quietly. That's quite enough fooling around, Juri-han. I'll put an end to this.
Let's see you try, little Miss Retiree.
I don't know what your game is, but it ends here.
Careful, you might break more than a nail. Huh? Done already?
I have more than enough for you.
Let's see if little Miss Retiree still got it.
This time I win, but
Who said you could die? I think it's about time we had some real fun.
Oh my. Did I strike a nerve? Satisfied yet? Are you all right there, Mr. Champion? I'd recommend you stay down. Let's put an end to this.
I will finish this.
So obviously the most interesting clip there is the one from JP, and we know it's from JP because the voice clip itself is actually like named JP. But I'm going to quickly go over the others, just kind of like, not gloss over them, but just kind of like briefly go over, the things that stand out about them. So we can pretty much gather that for the first 3 voice clips that I played, the ones for Ryu, Juri and Guile, that they basically seem like motivators of sorts, where kind of like if you're doing a challenge while studying under a certain master, you will hear voice clips or something of them kind of like motivating you, or just, saying stuff in general, like just general kind of like comments about what you're doing or how you're doing while doing that challenge. And I think the most you can really glean from this is that there's a couple where they talk about, like there's a certain amount of enemies left, or like you've got some enemies left to beat. But yeah, that kind of seems to be the most kind of interesting thing from that, I guess. Like I said, it's kind of just, I guess, flavor text of, flavor speech that I imagine will just kind of play over certain challenges. Like, it's not a big thing, but it's still interesting to hear. Then we move on to the Chun-Li and Juri voice clips, which I think are very interesting because they are pretty much labeled as like special dialogues. And to me, this kind of means either one of 2 things. One is that Chun-Li and Juri are going to meet and interact with each other at some point during World Tour, which I think, is pretty likely. I don't think that's a crazy assumption to make or anything like that. And the second option is that this is something that is going to work very similar to the Street Fighter 4 rival dialogues, where during the arcade mode, characters would fight their rival. It was the second to last fight before you went and fought Seth and got your ending, and it would play a cutscene with the 2 characters interacting with each other. And this was something that was completely missing in Street Fighter 5, which I thought was a shame. I really like the cutscenes. I thought they were, great ways to have, obviously, 2 characters interact, especially characters with history. So personally, I think this is the more likely of the 2 options. Like, obviously, it could still end up being something from World Tour, but I think, people did miss the rival dialogues from Street Fighter 4. I know I did. So yeah, I think this is a pretty cool thing. I'm very interested in seeing where this goes. I think it will definitely make arcade mode a bit more enjoyable to go through. I've had many complaints, so I've gone over it before for Street Fighter 5. I'm not going to go over it again. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is what these 2 clips are implying, so I'm very happy that this feature seems to be returning. And then we finally get to the final clip, which is obviously the most interesting one, and no doubt the one that you've all clicked on this video for, because we've got our first, I guess, listen to JP. So JP is a character that has obviously interested quite a few people. He's pretty much our most likely option at this point for the game's main villain. Kind of similar to how Necalli was for Street Fighter 5, but hopefully JP will be much more of a success than Necalli was. So to finally hear his voice and maybe, get an idea of what he's going to be like is very exciting. But at the same time, I was not expecting him to sound like a kind of older Dudley. Now, I think it's a good voice, all things considered, I think the voice actor's doing a very good job here, but at the same time, I don't think it was what any of us were expecting, because based on the old leak, which yes, I know is pretty much outdated by this point, but he was listed as being Russian. So either he is Russian and just doesn't sound it, or that's something that's changed. So we'll have to see how that goes, I guess, before we find out more. But yeah, in terms of kind of what he's saying here, for the most part, not a lot to go off, but I think you can kind of definitely get a villainous tone from the stuff he's saying. He has one line where he mentions a Mr. Champion, which I'm pretty sure is Ken. So I think at this point, it's pretty safe to assume that JP plays some role in what's happened to Ken, which is obviously, you know, the biggest overlying mystery. I think definitely at the moment, but chances are will be the biggest mystery, like, going into the game itself. So yeah, I think JP being a villain, maybe not the main villain, but being a villain, I definitely think is a good theory to go off. I think the people who theorize that, which I'm sure was most people, seems like we're all going to be correct on that, which is, you know, good to hear. So yeah, the only other real thing of note in this clip is that right at the end, you hear somebody else speak, and it's definitely not JP. And I've heard a few people kind of be like, oh, this is a character we've not heard before. I think it definitely could be. I definitely think it could be a character we've not heard of. I don't know who, though, because it's obviously a male. And at this point, outside of Zangief and DJ, there's not any, you know, male characters left to reveal in the base roster. So, and you know, and they won't sound like that. If you know Street Fighter, you know those characters will not sound as kind of plain spoken as that. They will both have accents, no doubt. So the question is kind of like, who is it? I personally think it's probably Ken. And I think the reason people aren't able to kind of like instantly recognize who it is probably because, you know, of Ken's new voice actor. So until proven otherwise, I think it is, I think that is Ken at the end. I also wouldn't be surprised if Ken and JP are rivals, like this is their rival dialogue, similar to the Chun-Li and Juri one that we just played. But obviously, this is all stuff that was found data-mined in the beta, so it is all subject to change. Nothing is guaranteed to be the same way in the final product. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go now. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. Bye.
We await your return, warrior.